March 2020, 3 days before Canada went to the COVID-19 lockdown, the Expeditions Ontario team attempted the first human-powered expedition down the world's longest winter road, the Wapusk Trail. Traveling between Peawanuck Ontario and Gillam Manitoba, the 720-kilometer route parallels Hudson Bay and traverses Polar Bear Provincial Park. Starting out in Peawanuck, Ontario, traveling northwest of Fort Severn, we would then head to the Manitoba border and into Shamattawa before ending in the town of Gillam in the far north of Manitoba. Our 720-kilometer route passed through only 2 Indigenous communities. Our goal was simple: push the boundaries of winter bikepacking on the world's longest winter road, and to raise $10,000 to promote youth activity in Shamattawa First Nation. I'm just leaving home here, and I think I have everything I need. Truck's fully loaded, and it might be a couple weeks before I get back here. The hardest part of leaving family to go do something like this is about this next mile, which is leaving my driveway. So that's all. Love y'all. Yeah, they'll be about 100 pounds once we get them loaded up, eh? We're in Peawanuck. Yeehaw!
Oh, dude, we're gonna have the 12 gauge. Where I put the 12 gauge in, this hasn't worked well. It's really good for carrying. Is here.
March is the month that the female polar bears head inland off the ice to den and have their cubs. All but the last 150 kilometers of our route was in their birthing grounds.
Is that to watch out for polar bear?
Yeah, good.
At this time of the year, polar bear come out and bring out their young.
Yeah.
So
a box of these and then
and then a box of these and one bag of these each.
amazing.
We could take 2 boxes of these if we wanted.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's too much.
Thank you.
We don't have the space.
Are there any little plastic bags?
Yeah, we have more.
Once our bikes were loaded and fully stocked, we left Peawanuck and pointed our bikes due west towards Fort Severn.
Here we go! What a day. It's almost 6 o'clock, sun's still up.
Peawanuck to Fort Severn is Ontario's most remote region in the very north of the province on the icy shores of Hudson's Bay.
What a day! My hand is freezing!
Buck is cold. This is his inaugural cold camping trip.
Should we add some snow into that? What? Should we add some snow into that? Sure. It's nice and mine. Like my body changes the more miles I get in, okay, sweat-wise, food, energy consumption-wise, for real. Like, you know, like as you deplete yourself,
So I'd rather not sleep. Like
I don't know.
10K from town.
They're. I think they're everywhere. Like I think there's. I don't think there's any more here than there is there.
Okay. I just thought they were close. They'd be closer to the water. But
The guy in town today said they saw 6 groups of polar bears between here and Severn in the last couple of days on the road. That's the guys on the road. I'm using air quotes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys,
That's what
What's that mean?
when I was talking to
Does
them.
that mean they were all in the last 10K to Severn?
Yeah.
Or does that mean...
Yeah.
No, spaced out between here and Severn. They saw 6 groups of polar bears.
Equally spaced.
One every 60
At
kilometers.
15-kilometer intervals.
Okay, we're doing the fence tonight, boys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how to set it up?
No, I don't know how. We just gotta start tying knots. Let's all do it. Grab a string, start tying knots.
On the first night, we debated setting up the polar bear fence. The locals told us, if you see a wapusk, don't take pictures, leave as fast as you can. That night, we set up the bear fence just because we had it, not because we felt like we really needed it. Overnight, a bear passed by, and in the morning we saw her tracks only a few hundred yards from camp. Along the ride, every 50 kilometers or so, we would see another set and get reports from travelers on the road about sightings. This sent home the message that we were really out there. Morning, Juan. How are we feeling, Buck?
Okay.
How cold are you right now?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm not like warm, but I'm pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's been way worse. I'm not sold in this whole like no wood stove thing.
Buck's first night. He's a virgin cold camper in the winter.
Well, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you go to the bush without a wood stove in the winter? I don't get it. There's trees. It's not a lot.
There's some trees. So we're just loading up here, getting ready to get going on morning 1. We'll probably be on the road in about 10 minutes. I got both cameras going, which is a huge relief. Both of them were frozen. I think the shutter was frozen solid on the A7 III, and on the A7R III, it just wasn't even turning on. It just kept turning on saying camera error, turn off, turn on, which I was doing. So got them going, did a little bit of video, try to generate some heat in them. Everything seems to be working good, but I think this morning was probably, I think we were probably pushing, I don't know, man, minus 33, minus 34, something like that. So yeah, anyways, interesting. Huge relief. So relief. Day 1, 2 cameras down.
All right, I'm gonna put my riding stuff on and get going.
Slow going.
Wapusk Trail,
And morose.
Ryan Atkins log, day number 2. So today we rode, I don't know, about 95K, and going was pretty good, but we had a late start, didn't get going till 11. But yeah, the days were a lot longer because it's so much later out here in the year, so it's, we rode till like 6 and made camp and made a nice fire, which I'll give it to Buck, is a great morale booster. Buck's having a real hard time with cold camping, but I think we'll make a man out of him yet, I believe.
Okay, let's pause the log. My problem is just let's have a fire. All I'm saying is we can cold camp, meaning no wood stove, but we have to have a fire at least. I'm okay with going all day without a fire, without like sleeping without a stove.
All right, Buck, we believe you.
What do you say?
Nice breakfast. It's almost 8 in the morning. Moon's still up. Sun's not even making an appearance yet.
We were like, oh, it's like not even daytime yet.
That's true.
car scene today, and we're at the Severn River. Wind at our back. There's Port Severn. Port Severn. We're rounding up all the dogs. Come on. Just doing it.
You got lots of buddies.
Hi, puppy. You guys sit. 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 We're stocking up here. Chicken bites, jujubes, maple cookies. And the dogs want my food. Oh, you can see it. Aww. See you, Port Severn. What are we looking at there, Box?
Got some polar bear tracks. Second, fourth set today.
Fifth. Think this is the same bear as the one just down the road?
I
Probably.
would imagine, but there's no baby tracks.
Yeah. They probably might not even be poking through though.
This area cuts in and out of the tree line, where huge open swamps and thin, small stunted trees set the scene for our expedition into the unknown. In this land, beluga whales chase Arctic char into the freshwater rivers, and seals try to avoid polar bears. Caribou outnumber the moose, and ptarmigan flock to the cranberries frozen beneath our tires.
It's Friday morning. It's our third night out. Got some water boiling here, and we're about 32 kilometers south of Fort Severn, and we have about 300 to go to Shamattawa. So hopefully we have a good tailwind, and that'll be in our favor today. We'll see. All we can do is ride and see how it goes. We're just working on some breakfast and some nice muskeg water. And for breakfast, I'm gonna have oatmeal, nuts, and some Reese's peanut butter cups. So yummy.
Today on Buck in the Bush, we're going to learn about cranberries in the bush.
Now to you, Buck.
What?
Tell us about the cranberries.
It's Buck in the Bush. You're telling us about cranberries, wild cranberries.
Oh, Buck in the bush. On this muskeg it's right full of cranberries underneath the snow. So when you asked if you can walk through here in summer, no, you can't walk through here in summer. It's completely impassable. There's bogs and holes. You get little clumps of ground where you could step on.
Like
but-
maybe this here.
Yeah,
with
but
the
you have to
trees.
get to it. Yeah, you can walk through this.
Yeah,
for sure.
we're on a little tree island there.
Yeah, but getting to it is impossible. The swamps are too big, and that's why there's ptarmigan and sharp-tailed grouse out here. They eat. They constantly eat in the spring when the snow goes down. They eat all the cranberries off the top of the marsh,
Cool.
top of the muskeg.
There you have it, folks. And stay tuned for another episode of Buck in the Bush. We're in a big old swamp here. Little bit of wind. Probably had chocolate in my mouth.
Goes like
The bolt broke.
no, it didn't.
Oh no, it needs to flex in. Oh, truck. Here, truck coming. Let me move my bike.
Pass out.
Vehicle 1 for today. Got some deep snow drifts here, and that is a mean wind out of the north. So what do you got there?
Woodland caribou antler.
And it's been a lifelong goal.
So I've been on a lot of northern canoe trips, and I've always wanted to find a caribou antler on one of those canoe trips. I always thought it'd be cool. And I've found lots of caribou poo on all of my trips, but I've never found an antler.
Guys, these tracks, they're freaking bigger than my feet.
She's a big mama. Mama and a cub.
Sinking down. I bet they denned right over there in those trees. A little ridge.
Good of ya. Sick. Good thing we're on our bikes.
Yeah. No, there's no tracks between here and kilometer 70.
Yeah.
No, you'll be fine. There's no bears.
What are we looking at here, Buck?
Looks like a little polar bear cub. Wapusk. Came out last night at some point because the snow machine went by, or the grader went by to clean up, and you can still see tracks on the road. Not on this section. The grader didn't come through here. The grader came through the road, and then back there, his tracks are on the road.
And how far away were we camped last night?
A kilometer.
Not even. We're in a big swamp here. Been about 2 hours in this swamp. So we're just hanging out here.
Morris Mac, you might know him.
Got a big swamp crossing here, or river. The wind is just ripping across it. So I'm gonna have a water drink before we head across.
It really sounds like when you let it go like that.
Ryan ate it all.
Just remember, you're on film.
Ryan took all of it, so I need to
Shake her out.
You're gonna get all of your beaver.
Just pounding syrup.
Oh, it's like food all stuck in his teeth. Oh yeah, Ryan ate it all. Like there's none in there.
Muzzle finish, there's not much.
Yeah. Saturday morning, which would be just starting day 5. We found a neat little cabin. Well, not neat. It's actually a rundown little shack. I slept in last night and actually had a pretty bad sleep. Tossed and turned and was awake, was asleep, was awake, was asleep, was too hot, was too cold. And I think it was only about minus 30 last night, but just a pretty restless sleep, which I think Buck and Ryan shared the same experience. We're about 330 kilometers in, about 400 to go. This area is so remote that in the 720 kilometers that our trip covered, on the Iditarod Trail you would have passed through 10 checkpoints. We had only 2 indigenous reserves to pass through, Fort Severn and Shamattawa First Nation. The Wapusk Trail. Woo! Listen to that ice cracking. We're just about to cross into Manitoba. Morning of day 6. We're about 420 kilometers in, just around 300 kilometers to go. And it's a balmy minus 36 out this morning. And it feels every bit of that minus 36. Wow, what a beautiful morning though.
a little guy, eh? Somewhere here.
Just south of the Peckino Portage.
I remember the first truck that stopped to talk to us. They were going to a funeral from Peawanuck to Fort Severn. They had heard about our goal to raise money for local youth, and one man pulled $60 out of his pocket and gave it to us. He thanked us and shook our hands. His gratitude was real. He didn't see us as rich trespassers to his traditional land who came only to take experiences for ourselves and leave with judgment. He believed in our version of giving back.
Oh, thank you. Drive safe. Thank you. We are in Shamattawa, First Nations. About 520 kilometers or so in.
Big day, big day.
Big day today. Brisk out.
It's such terrible balance or something.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh gosh.
Cold?
Hot and cold. Like the bottom of my foot's hot, the top of it's cold.
So we're at kilometer 185. You think we'll make it to that cabin?
Yeah, I think cabin tomorrow night. I hope that's going to be a short day. 85K.
Cabin at kilometer 100.
Yeah.
So if we do that and we sleep at kilometer 100, that leaves 100 to go, but then another 20 on the highway to get to Gillam for our last day.
Leg holds up.
How's the body feeling?
Okay. You?
Yeah, like my neck was kind of hurting me
My
today.
neck was killing me. I forgot. Sorry. How's the body feeling? My neck was killing me today. Oh, killing me. Actually.
And how about your leg?
Hamstring's okay. I just shorten up, just lift my heel. It hurts, but I can get by it. My neck is way worse than my hamstring.
What was our ride time for today?
7.5 hours.
That's a decent ride time on the bike.
My neck doesn't hurt. My butt hurts. And my knees.
My bum. She's,
My bum
I
hurt.
think all our bums hurt.
Last day and we just rolled out of camp. It's pretty bloody cold out. Probably the chilliest morning getting started. Trying to get an early start today. It's just after 9. I'm gonna try to make it all the way to Gillam today, which is just over 120k. The bikes are getting lighter. It's noticeable now. We've eaten all our meals and most of our snack food and really pared down. So travel should be pretty good, but we're expecting the winds to come up today like they did yesterday. It's part of the reason why we wanted to get such an early start, beat the wind a little bit, and really get some miles in behind us. Because yesterday, normally we've been averaging moving about 16 kilometers an hour, and with stops about 14. And yesterday we were down to 11 with that headwind and hard road conditions. So it was really quite a bit tougher going yesterday. So last little bit has proven to be the toughest to the finish line.
How you boys feeling right now?
Right?
It's some hard fought kilometers today.
Yeah.
I'm nursing an injury. I've been sitting on for a little while, not gonna lie.
A little while.
A little while.
700 kilometers.
It's easier at the back, but it's still hard.
It's still hard. And so we're 40K into a 120K day.
We're averaging just over 10 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, and fighting for every bit of it.
All our grease and our bottom brackets is starting to freeze up.
Yeah, let's see that.
So the
That's about 40 watts.
So we're about 700 or so kilometers into the Wapusk Trail, and I think my bottom bracket is done.
She shot.
Yeah, we got a little bit of chain loop here. We might try squirting it in, but we're not hoping for much. We've got the other side.
Here, hold the spike. My goodness. We got 45K to go to the dirt road and just over 20K to go to Gillam. Things just got extra fun. There's 45K.
Can't keep the lube from freezing.
45K to go to the dirt road, another 20 or so K to Gillam from the end of the Wapusk Trail.
Guys, 45 north.
Yeah, 45 north. Woo! And Ryan's bottom bracket is just about poached. And it's only about minus 20, minus 25. But the 40 to 50 kilometer an hour winds we're sitting in these swamps is just crushing us. And you can see from Buck's walrus face here that it's full on out right now.
That's the problem I have. Too much power.
Ryan has too much power.
I have too much walrus.
Too much sand.
Just saying, I think we're so much colder because we let ourselves get wet today because we know it's the last day.
How is that eating there?
You have to go up, make a 90 and turn it in.
Here, show the camera again.
You have to go up, close your chin, make a 90 and then turn it in.
10K to go. Woo! Since Ryan's bottom bracket is completely poached, we got like a couple K left. Got a little bungee system going. Mr. Buckmiller breaking some wind. Man, are we lucky this didn't happen 400 kilometers ago.
Good. I think we're about there. And don't get winter road. There, buddy.
No! OJ! We did it, baby. Here's the end of the winter road. We're gonna go left, down to Gillam. Yeehaw. We didn't know this at the time, but the expedition would be our last moments of true solitude in the wilderness for over the next year. We left the auroras of Hudson's Bay and the Wapusk Trail happy to have raised over $10,000 for the community youth of Shamattawa First Nation.